Hello, friends, and welcome to Take Two for this Friday, the 22nd of January, 2021. I'm Jeannie. I'm so glad that you've decided to come along for the ride today. Well, it is Friday, and you know what that always means, don't you? Ta-da, ta-da! It's time for my unsung hero of the week. Now, my unsung hero is someone with whom I've been acquainted since I was a little girl. This family lived next door to my grandmother, where also my aunt, uncle, and cousins lived, and they remained there for years and years and years. And as a matter of fact, even when his parents passed away, they had remodeled and knocked down some of the old house and remodeled and built another house and some apartments on the land, and he continued to live there with his family. My unsung hero this week is Lloyd Holmes. Now, Lloyd was a terrific, I was an only child, and as I said, he had wonderful parents, Phyllis and Chick. They were just terrific people. And Lloyd was the same. But sadly, boys and girls, Lloyd lost his battle with cancer yesterday. He was only 60 years old. He had just turned 60 in November. And we were all very saddened to hear this news. But I just want to give a gold star to this remarkable young man because of all the good things that he was and exemplified in his lifetime. Now, Lloyd was a family man, a dear family man. He was married to his special precious bride, Lynn, for 39 and a half years. They would have celebrated their 40th this summer. And sadly, of course, they're not going to be able to do that. But he was a wonderful, faithful man. He had a daughter and two sons and a darling little grandson. And my cousin Paulie, who was one of his closest and dearest friends, and my other cousin, his brother also, they were very close to Lloyd. I spoke with my cousin Paulie this morning, and he shared with me, he said, the last time I saw Lloyd a couple of years ago, he says, I had gone up to New York to visit family and friends. And while I was there, Lloyd and I had some good quality time together. He said, and he had brought his grandson. My cousin Paulie had brought his grandson with him. And he said, I went and called on Lloyd, and the two of us walked down to the street to the old park that we used to play in as children. He said, and as we sat on the same bench we probably had sat in 1,000 times before in our childhood, he said, our two grandsons, who were only a couple of months apart, played in the same area where they played as children. And he said, look at that. Isn't that something? All these years later, and here we are again in the same place, on the park bench, in the little playground that we played in on East 95th Street as children in Brooklyn, New York, in Canarsie, Brooklyn, New York. And of course, Lloyd, because he just loved that neighborhood and loved that area so much, he stayed in that very area on that same family property with his wife and raised his children there. Lloyd worked for the Transit Authority in New York for many, many years, and he will probably be very well remembered with his former co-workers too. I'll tell you what, boys and girls, the earth lost a real jewel when he took his last breaths yesterday. So I want to honor Lloyd Holmes for what a wonderful man he was and what a wonderful family he came from. He would have done his parents very, very proud if they could have seen the way he's lived out his life so well. Everybody who knew Lloyd loved him. So Lloyd Holmes, even though I haven't seen you face to face in a long time, I will always remember you from my childhood and always appreciate when we've gotten good news about birth of your children and grandson and so forth. And so I give you a gold star, as I said before, Lloyd, and I also give you a virtual dozen roses because you, Lloyd Holmes, are my unsung hero of the week. He was really such a great guy. Okay, now like Lloyd, I want you to go out and be a blessing to somebody today. You may end up being the only one who is. Hey, also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. JeanneSigler. Hit that notification bell and that subscribe button. And every time another Take Two premieres, you will be notified. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Be safe out there. I hope it's a good one. And Lloyd, you will be remembered by many for many, many, many years. Our loss is heaven's gain. I'll see you all on Monday. Bye-bye.